Good afternoon. I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry. And today we're going to be making something a little different. It's called beef enchilada casserole, but I'm using venison instead of beef. We've got it in the freezer. I didn't have any ground beef. And so I said, well, it works just like ground beef. So that's what I'm using. And we eat wild meat all the time. Uh, so I'm using venison today. Uh, in this, in my meat, it's going to have garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, green chilies, things like that. And then in this dish, I'm going to make my sauce that goes over it. And I'm going to go ahead and turn my oven on medium low, let my butter be getting hot. And I'm going to make mine gluten-free today. All right, so I'm just browning my ground venison here. I'm getting all the pink out of it. And if there's any grease in it, usually there's not any grease in the venison like there is ground beef because it's so lean, such a lean meat. And this is 1 pound. Okay. If there is any, I've got a little dish here that I'm going to take the grease out, but I'm not seeing any at all. So I turned it up on medium high, but I'm turning it back down a little bit now. Okay, I got to get my phone over here so I can see these ingredients. All right, I'm going to let it brown a little bit more. And the first 3 ingredients, the spices that we're going to put in it is 2.5 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of paprika. So, okay, but I'm going to let it brown a little bit more. Okay, our cornstarch has been cooking like 3 minutes, and so I've gotten all the raw taste out of it, and it's beginning to turn brown. So to this, we are going to add 2.5 tablespoons of chili powder. Okay. So that's 1, 2.5. 2.5 tablespoons of chili powder. Now what we're doing, we're heating these spices up so they can release their flavor and be a lot better in our dish. Okay, and that was 1 tablespoon of paprika. Right here. I'm going to use the same one I used with the cornstarch. Okay. And like I say, we're just heating these spices up. That's the reason you put them in now and not after. I'm going to put chicken stock in it. So, but that's the reason I'm putting them in now, so they can get really, really hot and release all the flavor. Okay. Now let me see what the next step is. All right. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put my cumin in. Calls for 1 teaspoon of cumin. I've got that right here. And this is a teaspoon, so I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of that in. I wish y'all could smell this. Man. Oh, it smells good. Now I have it on like 5.5. It's medium. I don't have it on medium high because I don't want to burn these spices. I just want to heat them up really well. Okay. Now I think 3 cups of chicken broth. So I've got that right here. All right. Stir this real well. Okay. And I decided to get another skillet to do my corn tortillas. So I'm going to be go ahead and heating those through while I'm making my sauce. And I just want to kind of heat them. So all right. Now to this, I am going to add 2 teaspoons of tomato paste, which I have right here. There it is. All right, 2 teaspoons of tomato paste. My fingers are clean. All right. And stir that in real well. Now this cornstarch is going to thicken all this. I'm just wanting to get a little bit of the raw flavor, raw taste out of these tortillas. Okay. You kind of have to stay with this because all right, now we have all right, 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon, and it's beginning to, oh my, this the smell of this, and it's beginning to thicken. 1 teaspoon of, I keep losing my teaspoon. I got another one here, of chicken bouillon. Okay, got that. I think it's a teaspoon of salt, or half teaspoon of oregano. Okay, teaspoon of, oh, all right. Y'all know me, I can't do 2 things at one time. So, but I'm trying to get all this to come off at the same time. Okay. You know, they're trying to stick just a little bit. I'm going to put just a teeny bit of oil. Just a teeny bit. Because this is corn. You see, I just put just a dab. Just enough to keep them from sticking. Okay. All right. I got my oregano in here. And let's see, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper. So we got a half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, and it calls for sugar. I'm not going to put sugar. I may put stevia in it. And that's it. No, I haven't put my garlic. I haven't put my garlic and my onion powder in. I guess so. This is onion. Okay, 2 teaspoons of garlic, 1 of onion. That was onion. Okay, there we go. Everything is in it. I'm going to let it cook for about 2 or 3 minutes so all this can just kind of, it can thicken a little bit more and all this can just kind of come together. And I'm going to finish cooking I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to finish cooking my corn tortillas and I'll be right back. All right, I'm just going to use my same spoon here. All right. Now, this is 3 tablespoons of butter. To this, all right, that's the one I used with the chilies. Okay, I got another one. It calls for 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I don't do gluten, so I could use gluten-free flour, but I'm using cornstarch instead. It's just a thickener. So this is 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. All right. Now we're just making a roux here. So I'm going to let this cook until it gets like a golden brown. And then we're going to start adding our spices and our other ingredients to it. Okay, my sauce is ready. My meat is ready. I've got my grated cheese, and you can use any cheese you want, but I'm using pepper jack, sharp cheddar, and Monterey Jack. That's the ones that I wanted to use. So my table is not big enough to put all this on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of my sauce in the bottom of my casserole dish, and I've got my oven set on 350 degrees. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit of sauce down in the bottom. Then you take your, let me get my tongs. You take your corn tortilla shells and you just dip them both sides down in your sauce. And you just lay them in your casserole dish. And there's going to be 2 layers, uh, 4 on each layer. So, and when I say 2 layers, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Okay. All right. So just dip them down in your sauce and put them in your dish just like that. All right. Now, let me get a spoon. Thought I had everything. We're going to put a little bit of our meat on top of that. Now, you can use more meat if you like. It's just up to you. All right. This is just like an enchilada. It's just in a casserole. Now, these are raw onions. I'm just going to sprinkle a few of the raw onions over that. Now, I'm going to put some sauce over that. Okay. Now, I'm going to sprinkle cheese. And from here, it's just a matter of layering it and putting it together. So, we'll give our corn tortillas, dip them in our sauce, and make another layer. And if some of your tortillas tear up like mine did, it's perfectly fine. Because they're real thin, so they will split sometimes. And this one is just a part of one, but that's okay. It still works. Okay. My oven just came up to temp. You really don't need a whole lot of more sauce because you're putting sauce on your tortillas. Okay, put a little bit of onion, just a little bit, because I've got onion in my meat. A little bit more meat. And for those of you who like a lot of meat, you may want to do 1.5 pounds. And a little bit of cheese. And the amount of cheese is up to you also. Okay. All right. Now, we'll keep dipping and making layers. It looked delicious when I saw this girl make it. I said, I've got to do that one. Okay. I think my casserole dish is a little big, but that's all right. I think I've got 12 in here. And a part of one to grow on. I'll put it right there. Okay. Now we will do, now I'm going to do meat. Okay. I wasn't sure how this meat was going to come out, so I was a little bit skimpy on those bottom layers. Okay. Now a little onion. And this is going to cook for like 20 to 25 minutes until it gets bubbly in the oven. All right. Now let me get a spatula. Because I'm going to put the rest of the sauce over my casserole. Okay. And I can't remember if she covered it or not. No, I don't think she did. I don't think she did. I'm going to put it in the oven like this, and I'm going to go back and see if I can find it. And if I can, I'll see if she covered it. But I'm almost sure she didn't. Okay. Now, I'm going to put, I've got onions. I'm going to put cheese. I'm going to put the rest of this cheese because I want this top to be real cheesy and bubbly. All right. Now I'm just going to put the rest of this meat over it. Like that, and just kind of spread it out. All right. Let me show y'all. Doesn't that look good? Okay. My oven's up to temp. I'm going to put it in a 350-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. And by that time, Roy's going to be in here and he's going to give us a taste test. Be back in a minute.
Make it work.
Okay, y'all. Roy's scrunching down.
I'm dropping down. I may have to go back up.
I want to show y'all.
Oh, that's really pretty, Rose.
Isn't that pretty?
It looks ready for me to eat.
Okay, I did cover it. I didn't go back and find it, but I did remember she covered it for 20 minutes. And then, well, she kept hers covered the whole time. I covered mine 20 minutes. Then the last, I cooked it 30 minutes. The last 10 minutes, I left it uncovered just so my cheese could get a little brown. Now, it's really, really hot. I'm going to turn this around a little bit, honey. Just, a little bit. All right. I've got some sour cream. Roy loves sour cream. And I've got some lettuce and tomatoes. The fresh tomatoes will just give it a fresh flavor. Okay. Okay, put your dish up here. Yeah. Oh, my. Woo.
Oh, that looks good.
Wow. Y'all. That looks scrumptious.
Wow.
You need a spoon or a fork?
I can eat it with either, darling.
Well, here, you want to put some sour cream on it?
I do.
Okay. We're going to put sour cream right there. And we're going to put a little bit of lettuce right here.
And a couple of tomatoes.
And a few tomatoes right there.
Whoa. That looks good to me.
Yeah. Boy, that looks good.
Whoops, stay in there, tomato.
All right, give it a test.
Oh,
I'm going to taste out of here, y'all. It's hot.
That be's good, girl.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my.
Mo.
Y'all.
This is good.
This is good. Just the right amount of spice. I guess it's coming from those green chilies. But wow. I'm not usually fond of stuff like this. This is delicious.
Whoa. Your spiciness is just right. It really is. Yeah. And it's delicious with the sour cream and the tomatoes and lettuce. It is delicious.
I don't like sour cream. Oh my. Y'all.
Oh, that's good. Mm-hmm.
This is delicious. It's got a few ingredients in it.
You'll want some of this.
But you will. You will want this. But it's just spices, your cumin, your chili, your uh
Now this would work with beef and pork.
well, this is venison. It will
I know what
work.
this
Yes,
is. Yeah.
and you can do it with chicken. You can make
Mm-hmm.
chicken enchiladas. I'm not sure that they're exact same ingredients, but I think they would be. So, but yes, you can do it with, I don't know about pork. You can do it with ground turkey. You can do it probably with ground pork. You can do it with
Pork would be
beef.
good.
Yeah, chicken. Mm-hmm.
This seasoning is really good.
Isn't it delicious? It is. I mean, it's spot on. Really good. All right. Thank y'all for joining me this afternoon. Roy and I, it's about supper time. So we just had a little ham sandwich for lunch. So I think we're about to eat. So thank y'all for joining me today. Please share this video. Hit that little subscribe button, the notification bell, and please share this video.
This is good.
Remember, food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul. Put deliciousness back in healthy food. This is delicious. This is healthy, and it's gluten free. Love y'all. See you next time.